Why do you clap when I clap?
I don't know.
You know the point of the clap?
Yeah, it's to synchronize the audio.
Yeah,
so I'm
but
just
so when I do it first, then you do it. It up, doesn't it?
No, but I got your back in it. Just in case.
Okay.
Come on, bro.
Hi everyone, it's DJ Kai. And this is the Moving Famous podcast. Sorry about the delay. There's only one reason that we've delayed so much on the podcast. It's sitting right here.
I don't know what to say, bro. I don't know what to say. Besides, basically, we filmed a podcast and it was shit. So
You think it was bad?
Like, I was shit.
Nah, I don't think you was. I think you're overthinking it.
It was shit.
No,
no one wants to listen to that conversation.
You don't think so? I think that's where you're wrong.
Is it?
Do you know why? Because you're so funny that you think everything needs to be funny.
That's deep, probably.
It's true.
Probably.
I honestly, because I did this podcast with someone else. They had the same beef. I said, shut up. The podcast come out. They were very happy about it. Because people see the other side of them.
But then also, like, on that day, I spilled dye all over myself. And there was, like, stains all over me. And that's another reason I didn't want to release it, innit?
Long story cut short, the ritual of us every time we come onto the podcast is they go for soup. And when I say soup, every single person, including the D.O.P right behind the camera right now.
Big up to Zach.
I wasn't going to name him out, but yeah. They say, oh, soup? And they're like, why is this guy taking me soup? And they think that I'm sitting there, with the, you get the microwave thing or the flipping hot water in the powder. But no, it's a proper Turkish soup. So we went soup. The guy, not once, twice, dropped the lemon inside the soup and went all over him.
And I didn't have no backup outfit. It was,
we're not that much difference in. Well, I'm a bit chubby.
Even today, on my way here, I literally had like my jacket on and I spilled tea all over myself.
And you wore white.
Yeah, but luckily, I'm looking.
You look good. Are you cold?
No, I'm good. Man.
Good, because we're trying to keep the heating off because cost of living crisis and that.
Yeah, that's a good idea actually.
How you been though?
Things are good, man. Things are like moving very quickly in my personal life.
Yeah, of course.
I'm sure you've seen like on Instagram.
No.
Me and my you don't even follow me, innit? He's too famous to follow me.
No, you're too famous. You're like, oh, I'm sure you saw it. Anyways. No, I'm joking. I did see it. Go on.
So yeah, obviously, man's gonna be our daddy, bro.
Yeah.
So yeah, just
excited.
Really excited. Preparing for that. I think it's the right time as well. Obviously, like. It's all down to Allah's timing and that.
Of course.
But really excited for that, and just been busy like with Asian Network.
Yeah.
But excited for Ramadan because
of course.
I'm taking the whole of Ramadan off.
Yeah. You do Ramadan properly?
Yeah, so
because I really want to learn about this process of Ramadan.
So I know like there's this whole thing about like, oh, you know what, like Ramadan Muslims and people shit on people for being Ramadan Muslims. First of all, if you are gonna shit on a Ramadan Muslim, do it properly. Don't shit on them during Ramadan. Shit on them after Ramadan when they go back to their ways.
Yeah, and before.
But nah, I do always make.
You shouldn't shit on them at all, man.
Nah, obviously you shouldn't.
It's not nice.
Yeah, I'm messing.
Everyone's different.
Yeah, exactly.
People call you haram for coming on camera with me right now.
True.
You know what I mean?
But yeah, I'm really excited.
I'm excited for you as well because it's very weird for me because I've known you for so long.
Yeah.
Bro, man's married.
I know.
I know. Got anything else coming?
You know what?
It's weird for me, like, because you're moving as well, aren't you?
Yeah.
So it's like that. It's mad for me to see this really positive progression as well at the same time.
It's happening so quickly, and I feel like obviously I'm the youngest in my family, for anyone that doesn't know. And like when you're the youngest, I feel like you kind of get babied non-stop.
Did you get? Yeah, I think that is a very, very, very great topic for us to talk
that's
about,
true actually.
Because Bengalis, Asians, especially brown people in general, have this massive thing about their mums treating their children, whether it's, and I'm not children, sorry, tell a lie, their sons.
Yeah, grown men.
Bro, I'd never felt this, by the way, but I don't know if you know Hardeep. So Hardeep's a producer at Radio 1 and used to do Asian Network.
Radio 1, okay.
No,
right.
I know her from Asian Network.
You know people in Radio 1, man, just there on the Asian side. You get me?
No, I met her on the Asian side. I think she still does stuff at the Asian side.
Oh, okay.
But she came onto the podcast early days and she gunned me because she didn't believe me that my mum doesn't baby me.
Oh, no way.
My mum don't rate me though.
Like, are you the youngest in your family?
I'm the eldest.
You're the eldest. Yeah, you the eldest gets babied in a different way because you're like the first, innit?
I never got that. I still don't get that. My mum, I think it's just my mum. She don't rate me.
Maybe it's
And
just
I'm cool
because you're
with
the
that.
guinea pig. Then you're just
I
the
am
experiment.
definitely, because there's a big age gap between me and my brother. Massive age gap.
They had you and they were really debating like,
yeah, should we do
oh
this again?
man, this one.
100%. But there's a big thing.
Matavish.
There's a big thing about brown people and brown mums favoring and like seeing their child as like a golden temple and like kind of just giving them everything, babying them. Oh, it's all right.
Yeah.
It's all right, kind of thing. You can do what you want. You do no wrong.
Yeah.
And then those sons expecting that from their wives.
Yeah.
And the mother-in-law treating those wives like shit because they don't do the same.
This is a really interesting topic.
That's like,
because the way it trickles. Do you know what I mean? The way it trickles into different relationships, the expectations,
exactly,
and all of that. I feel like genuinely, like if it wasn't weird, there would be like some South Asian moms out there that would still breastfeed their children, like at the age of 60 or something when they're like retired.
You think?
Yeah, like they'd still do that, bruv. If it wasn't like, if there was a need for it, they'd do that, bro. They've got that like love.
Like, did you ever have the issue of like your mother treating your wife in a certain way because she's used to doing her way, and your wife has her way, which is, and I guess sometimes, I'm not thinking about a deep one, but you know, my son eats at 5 o'clock every day.
Yeah.
You gotta make sure, but she's like, you know what?
It's mad you're saying
my son's putting on a bit of weight.
Yeah,
you know, I need to make sure he's healthy. But then there's that, oh, you know what? My son needs to have a full plate of rice.
Yeah.
But then your wife might say, no, he needs a bit more green on the plate.
Yeah.
Which is valid.
You know, it's mad you're talking about this because obviously, like, I'm not really like mad public on my family side, my marriage and all of that. But these are like real things that I've been going through at yard, bro.
Yeah.
Like, for example, I'll be there with my plate of rice and everything like that, and then my wife will just be like chilling, you know what I mean? Like my wife helps around a lot. Obviously it's a lot more difficult now with the baby, you know, her mobility stuff, but she would always like help my mum with the washing up, you know, like our curries, our bazis, all of that. Like it's very like tough to get it off the pans and that. So obviously my mum's like been through that, bro, for years, so my wife helps with that. But then it's like I'll be there like chilling, maybe my wife's in the kitchen making something for herself, or you know, she's doing the washing and that, helping my mum out, and then my mum will be like, oh, my son needs water, give him a glass of water. And then she'll be like, she'll do it, don't get me wrong, she'll do it out of love, she doesn't deep it, like she doesn't make an issue out of it, but then she'll like pick it up with me after. Do you know what I mean? Like when we were just on our own, and she'll be like, yeah, why does your mum do that? Like, and why can't you go and get your own glass of water? And I'm like, you know what? That's true. I don't know why I can't get my own glass of water, but it's just nice, isn't it? It's Maya, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Does your mum normally bring you the glass of water?
She does.
That's why.
Yeah, she does. My mum will like literally load up my plate. You know what I mean? Like
Does she make it for you and that?
Nah. We're not at that level no more. She made it for me until I was at least like
21.
Yes. Now, like about 10, 11.
That's not bad.
Yeah, them times.
Still bare late.
Still bare late.
We're gonna talk about something else that happened later as well. But that's so mad. Like, I've never had that treatment in my life. It'd be nice though.
Why do you think it's like that for a lot of British Bengalis? Because the comparison is obviously with the contrast in Desh. A lot of Bengali parents in Desh don't move like that. They're like, oh yeah, nah, you're 18 now, let me try and get you abroad, you go live your life. Or they're like, oh, you know what, you need to like start your own business. They don't baby them the same way that our generation as British Bangladeshis get babied.
I didn't know that. I thought they did it back there as well.
When was the last time you went Bangladesh? Like
2021.
I'm surprised you didn't notice.
But
yeah, they're a lot more independent out there.
I don't know what the kids are doing there though. That's the thing. I'm not around it, so I wouldn't see it.
Fair. But it is like
whenever
that.
I've been,
you can take my word for it.
Yeah. So, but I don't doubt that, because you see that when people from back home, no matter where they're from, they're different type of grind, different type of hunger for money.
Yeah.
I can't get my brother to do what my cousin from back home is doing at the same age.
Yeah.
Because they just value it in different ways. They value money and the grind and the hustle in different ways. So I don't doubt that. But for here, I think it's like a coping mechanism a little bit. In the sense of prepping, because obviously the person back home is facing the society in a different way that we're facing it here. So our mums have tried to, they're like, cool, we're going to be in, I think subconsciously, this could be just my take on it, is that they're thinking, I want to set this precedent here because I want to make sure that when you do your own life and you're doing your own way with your wife, you're going to have the same kind of culture and you're going to be looked after that way. I think it's that's where them kind of setting the standards early.
I definitely think that they find comfort, how you said, like in being able to see us, because you got to think about it from their point of view. They can't integrate into society the same way our generation is able to, because we're born here. So in a sense, like they find comfort and they also live through being able to see the things that we can do, like even to be able to navigate like the internet, or to be able to go here and there and like inshallah be successful in our own right, in our own ways. Like those are all things that maybe they would have done normally if they were in Bangladesh, because they're just used to that society. But because they can't do that the same way here, and you know, a lot of them, they were laborers, and you know, they were able to make money with like brute like effort and with their own two hands on that. They definitely do live through us. So I think that's another reason that they really try to hang on to us, man.
Are you done making excuses for why you're being
Mom.
babied so much? Your mummy's boy. Man tried his hardest to say,
I am a mummy's boy, man, in a sense, but at the same time, like I always do, like
I feel like
try to
you
do right
live
by
up
my way.
to the mummy's boy thing, like in a sense of in a good way, because I feel like you do everything that you need to do as well, more than what I do, and I think that's why my mum don't rate me, because I don't think I do enough. Honestly, and that's not even on a joke too.
Like what kind of stuff does your mum pull you up about? Getting married?
No, but yeah, that goes without saying. Yeah, that goes without saying. But my thing is that I think if my mum had a daughter, long day for the daughter.
Do you have any sisters?
No.
Oh.
So I think that she just got sick. 3 boys.
Okay.
Long day. So I think she's just like sick of it, bro. Like, you know, like if she had a daughter, like help her around the house, do some bits and bobs,
of course.
be able to connect with someone in a different way.
Of course.
But you got 3 brutes that are just like so oblivious to everything in life. So I think she's a bit sick of that. So and that definitely came apparent to me more when I've got like really close friends who are females and girls. So and I realized the difference.
Female friends?
No, not like that, but like whether they're older, younger, like I've got
older female friends.
I've learned a lot, you know, like
now you can, man, from having like female friends.
I'm thinking like, because I never had that in my childhood. I'm still learning a lot, because not having no women in the house has been a mad thing, bro.
Yeah, I can imagine, man. I got one sister, but my sister is literally like, my dad says, oh, your sister is the son I always wanted. Do you know what I mean? She is the one, that handles like all the bills, all the finances, making sure that the house is running and all of that.
Rate that.
Yeah, fully rated, bro.
She used to help you with all of your content and that back in the day as
well,
well,
man. It's mad that you remember that.
I remember those stories. Don't know why, because I love hearing those early stories and like how, and I remember like speaking to you and like sometimes we overthink the process a little bit. Yeah. And it's great to knowing that when you started it, your sister was literally just filming it on the camera.
Yeah, legit, man.
On the 400.
It was a massive help because, you know, obviously, one of the first questions I always get, like when I meet someone that's watched my content or watches my content, they're like, what does your family think? I think that's a question not just me, but a lot of artists get. And for me, like I was so grateful that no matter what my mom or dad thought, like at least my sister was there to like not just support like in a moral sense with like her words and all of that, but to actually pick up the camera and to just be there, man. It was great.
Integral to the start.
Yeah, so, you know, she's like a second mum to me, legit.
That's nice, man.
So it's almost like I'm a double mummy's boy, bruv. But nah, you know what?
Does she make your butt for you on that as well?
Only on Fridays. You know what? I don't think it's a bad thing as long as you are still doing right by your partner and it's not like affecting your relationships in a negative way. Do you know what I mean? Like I said, like so many of our parents, not just mums, like there's a lot of girls out there that are daddy's girls.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And it's important to be able to have that love and your parents to always feel valued, because you know, the last thing you want is to just become super independent and for them to just feel like they got no purpose no more being your parent. You know what I mean? Because a lot of the problems that we go through in terms of like needing to find a partner, or like some stuff that we might go through like on the outside that we can't even speak to our parents. You know, like our parents are so great at, you know, bringing us up and parenting us when we were young. It's almost like they don't know how to parent us when they're older. And like, you gotta make sure that as you get older, you're still being able to make them feel valued in that sense.
So still trying to get them to
man's got all the excuses.
Trust me.
You know what I mean? These are all conversations I had with my wife. There's some
young kid who's gonna take all of these and write these down.
There's one 40-year-old man just being like, yes, these are exactly the things I need to tell.
Let's go back now. Little Hashu, maybe when he was young in Birmingham. Just take us back. How was it like in Birmingham back when you was a young man?
Literally, like, I don't know, man. I was just a little kid trying to figure out life. Obviously, British Bangladeshi, grew up in a really white area. It was confusing.
What was the area that you grew up in?
Northfield,
and that's in Birmingham,
okay. And it didn't even have like halal meat. Until like maybe like 7-8 years ago in that area. Not that we were eating haram. Wait. We would go to the...
till 7-8 years ago you didn't get it with that bad area in Birmingham. Bruv, all that place is just full of Bengalis and Pakistanis.
I know, but that's like about half an hour away. So that's like the east of Birmingham. Our area is like the very outskirts on the south of Birmingham. And man, it was like a nightmare almost sometimes, trying to understand who I'm meant to be, who I am. But I went to a church school, which made it even more confusing, because I would go to it was the only good local school that I had in my area. And then I would go to that school, and then in the evening I would have madrasa. And then I'm there.
So you was there singing hymns in the daytime,
bro.
And then doing surahs in the evening.
Man was that kid, bro. I'm there, like, this little lad of mine, I'm gonna make it show. And then I'm there, like, alhamdulillah. Literally, bro, that was my life, man. And when I tell you, like, it was so confusing, and even from a religious standpoint, to understand my spirituality, like, bro, I'll be real, like, when I was a kid, I was doing everything just to make my parents happy, innit?
Oh, that's nice. I wasn't.
What were you like?
I don't think I was a good kid, man.
Really?
Yeah.
You seem like a good guy, bro.
I don't know, bro. I still make mistakes to this day, like a lot of mistakes.
Obviously, that's everyone.
But, I wouldn't really listen. I still kind of don't listen. I just did my own thing, did what I want to do, and I really regret doing that stuff a little bit sometimes.
Were you always into music, like even when you were in your kid?
Me and my mum had this conversation literally yesterday, because she was like, when I was young, and this is a really sad story about to say, but it's not that sad actually.
Man teed it up like, get the tissues out.
You know, it affected me, man. It affected me a lot to this day, yeah. But other people can be like, bruv, this sap, yeah. So basically, in like, I don't know if it was an assembly or whatever it was, yeah, but I was like 6-7 years old, yeah, maybe younger. And they'd call people up to go like play the instruments and just try it with like at music class. But they never used to let me go and play it, you know.
What, like the recorder and that?
Yeah, they never used to let me.
Why?
All the other, so I went like you. I went to a school full of white people.
I
was like, I think in the year it was like 1 out of 5 Asian people in the whole of the primary school. So like I went to school like early 2000s. Obviously, I was born in the 90s, but like as in early 2000s, like that time, but there weren't a lot of brown people in that area at that time. There weren't a lot of foreign people in that area as a whole. So and they never used to let me go and play the instruments, bro.
But why? What was their reasoning?
They just never used to get picked, bro. Once is fine, twice is fine. For the whole of primary school, you never get picked. I tell you, like, I got picked once. Yeah, I don't know where this teacher is. I don't know what her name was. Yeah, no, there's a black woman. She was a music teacher. She picked me. I went up there. There was no instruments left.
What?
That's what I'm saying, bro.
At least give my man the triangle, bro.
But I didn't even get that.
Nah,
I didn't even get
they
that.
They just wanted you to play.
With your with the tabla and that. That's what they wanted me to do.
Cultural appropriation.
Yeah, bro, I never did
Oh,
that.
we're sorry, we don't have a tabla. You just sit there in the corner. I'm sorry, man.
Basically, I went
But
to
you
that
know
kind of
what?
school.
You turned out to be a sick DJ, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Bun them,
Debatable.
bruv. They didn't
Debatable.
understand, bro.
No, do you know what it is? I think I was always into it as a kid, but yeah, that stuff did affect me, man. Can you imagine that? 20 years on, I'm still thinking of that shit, bro.
Yo, legit.
That's mad, isn't it?
Yeah, I went to a good school, man. You know, like, even though it was a church school, like, they were very like supportive in trying to help me figure out who I was. Like, for example, every Tuesday we would have to go to the church, and we would have to like pray and that, and they would explain to me, like, even when I was like a youth, bro, like year one and that, like, who has understanding when you're like 6-7 years old? They would be like, Hashu, just so you know, you don't have to do this bit, like when we're like praying and that, and I'm like, you know, that stuck with me. And that primary school teacher still comes to our family restaurant to this day.
That's nice though that they even said that, because my school didn't give a shit. They didn't understand it.
Yeah,
They didn't understand
Bun
it.
your school, bro.
Yeah,
Bait
yeah.
them out, bro. Tell no one. Send Ofsted there, bro.
But I think it's different now though. It's going to be different now.
Yeah,
it has to be different now. There's too much multiculturalism going on.
Yeah.
Too
But
many.
yeah, that was me growing up, and then I got to like year 2, we went to Bangladesh for a year. That made a huge difference to my life. And then in year 1 I went to Bangladesh for a whole year, and then we came back. I done years 2 to 6, and then I missed out the whole of year 7. Went to Bangladesh for 13 months.
Wow.
I don't know why it wasn't just a straight year. It was just like such a weird amount of time to go.
13 months on your ones?
13 months.
Were you there on your ones?
No, bro. Who's gonna send like a
we
kid
should-
that's 13 years old on their ones to Bangladesh?
So
Bro?
who's there with you?
Me, my mum, my second brother, and my sister. And my dad and my oldest brother stayed here to handle like the business, but then they went over after like 3 months, stayed for a couple of weeks, and then came back and stuff like that. And basically, my dad did an extension on our yard at that time, so it worked out convenient to have us like stay in, and because we got a house in Bangladesh, so he was like, okay, you lot stay there. And my mom was going through a tough time at that time as well, because my granddad had sadly passed away. So she was going through a really dark time. She actually got diagnosed with depression, but we only realized that it was depression years later.
Okay.
But they basically, when they diagnosed her, they said like, oh, we think that was the point that she actually entered depression. So then, yeah, we were in Bangladesh, and then came back, and then tried to figure it all out again. With school and that. I remember coming back into the airport, after 13 months, and it's such an integral part of your upbringing at that age when you're like 13, because you're like discovering who you are, you're getting your personality, you're getting your confidence. And I remember coming back to the airport, and I look at my dad, and my dad goes, how was it? And I go, Abba, আমি সাদা মানুষরে বহুত দিন বাদে দেখলাম. As in, if you don't understand Bengali, I'm seeing white people after so long. And my dad looks at me and he goes, I'm proud of you. I'm like, that's the day I realized my dad's racist, man. Do you know what I mean? My dad's straight racist, man. He went through racism and he inflicts it back, bro. He's like, you know what?
I'm proud of you.
He goes, I'm proud of
Did
you.
you ever understand? I don't even understand like why he's proud. So you went to Bangladesh when you were 13 for 13 months.
Yeah.
What the hell was that like?
That was unreal. For example, like, I didn't have like
That's fine. Go on.
TV. Sorry, but the swears got to come out if I didn't have TV. Bruv, I didn't have TV, bro. They have like half a channel over there called BTV. And
that's their normal thing, innit? That's their channel 1, innit?
Yeah, that's like their government-run channel.
Yeah, because it's free, innit?
Yeah, and like we didn't have no satellite. My mum was like, "Oh, it's too expensive to get satellite. We're not gonna stay long." She was saying this. Yeah, we ended up staying bare long, and then we were basically stuck with this channel. And the only thing that I would be able to watch on there, well, actually 2 things. Mina cartoon. Do you know what that is?
No.
It's like this. It was the one cartoon that used to come on there, and Mortal Kombat dubbed.
What? Oh, was it dubbed as in an untaped thing?
Yeah, it was like some Bangla dubbed version of Mortal Kombat. It's like, to me, come on, show Sub-Zero.
Yeah, that one's Mortal Kombat and Power Rangers done bits out there, innit?
Yeah.
And Mr. Bean. Everyone in Bangladesh knows Mr. Bean, innit?
They love Mr. Bean and Tom and Jerry and that as well.
Is that their
They
thing?
love,
Yeah.
they love Tom and Jerry.
It's mad how the little things I mean, I don't know how much value they have for it anymore because they've got above the internet. They're sick.
Yeah.
Sick.
Now it is.
Yeah.
Now
I get
it
better
is.
internet there, like in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Then I do in my yard.
Bloody hell.
My yard's dead.
That's Sheikh Hasina, man, saying
Yeah.
digital Bangladesh.
Literally, bro. But yeah, that's mad how you went there. Did you feel like that was an integral part of your life going to Bangladesh?
Yeah, because it actually shaped a lot of my creativity, funnily enough.
How?
Because you know, like if you close your eyes, you dream, innit? Like you go to sleep, you dream.
You go
innit?
sleep, you dream. I don't know about closing your eyes.
Yeah, like when you close your eyes, you can imagine things, innit? And it's like almost because so much of the stuff that would just be distractions for me in the UK, like whether it's like watching Cartoon Network or just like, you know, playing on my Game Boy or this, that and the other. When I was out there, I took my PlayStation with me, but I was so tired of completing Tekken 3 over and over again and just going through like the campaign mode and stuff that it like almost forced me to try and find other ways to entertain myself.
Oh yeah.
Not in that way. Like I said, we had half a channel and Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Unless I'm doing
When you close your eyes, you dream.
I'm thinking of Kitana, bruv. No, I'm joking. Oh my god, our fans. Nah. Bruv, imagine, yeah, I'm there like really taking inspiration from my uncles, my aunties, and then man just picked up like a bunch of paper one day, stapled it, and then I just started like making little comics of like my uncle like saying funny things, and then me like showing. Why are you looking like that, bro?
Because this guy mad. God.
Legit. That's what. And then I would give them to my sister because she was bored as well, and she would like find them bare jokes. Why are you busting up? Why is Zach laughing like in a?
When you watch this back, you'll see it. Yeah, that sounds really good, bro. Amazing stuff. It's so good to hear how you can be so creative.
Yeah.
Yeah. Had to get that one out of my sister, man. Too funny.
I'm so lost. I don't know what.
It's just the sequence of events was great, bro.
Oh.
But yeah, no, going to Bangladesh sounds amazing. Is that why your Bangla is so good as well?
Yeah, for sure, man. I would say like when I was out there, not only did I learn how to speak like Shuddha, I learned everything from the alphabet to class 5 in a year. Like some
Is that why you can
thing.
chat to uncles and that like quite well?
Yeah, bro.
Because you chat to brother, I've seen you troll the uncles bears.
Yeah.
Cheese sandwich thing.
It's great. It's great because they build that rapport with me straight away because of how good my Bangla is, and they think like, oh, you know what? He's such a good boy. He's not gonna like do anything, and then I'll just do a dirty, bro.
What
for
goes
the
in
community.
a cheese sandwich? And why do you say sandwich?
It's a Brum thing.
Is it a Brum? Oh, I thought it was a brown thing.
No. Sandwich.
Say it again.
Sandwich.
Sandwich.
Yeah.
So you say sandwich.
Yeah.
How do you spell it?
Obviously.
Sandwich.
Yeah.
But you lot say
What do you say as Londoners?
Sandwich.
Sandwich. Which?
Sandwich. But you must say sandwich.
Sandwich,
but what?
mate.
So is Bill from
sandwich?
Bill from near Aston Villa Stadium saying sandwich as well?
You know, them ends, yeah, they talk in a whole different.
Alright, I'll say Bill from Dudley then.
Like, I'm from Dudley.
Is that
my
different?
My mum said Dudley's a lovely place.
All right, what about
don't? You say instead of don't, they'll be like down. What the hell, bruv? What kind of gin is in this room, bruv? How did that just?
That just retracted randomly, innit?
Edit.
That's kind of mad.
That's the energy from Dudley, that guy coming to
from Dudley.
People in Birmingham have like this whole attitude of just like, what's the worst that's gonna happen? Do you know what I mean? Like,
that's good, though.
You know, I get like random grannies just like smiling and nodding at me like when I go out for a walk and that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
it's
I mean,
like
why as in Asian grannies?
Nah, just like any grannies.
Oh, what? On a normal, they just smile at you.
They just smile at you, bro.
But because they know you, or because that's just normal?
Just
swear down.
That
you're moving.
That's how I'm moving, bro. Next target. Second wife, bro.
A few gilfs in the way.
Man's gonna get that pension moolah, bro.
Come on, guys. I have decent nowadays. Anyway. So, going back to Birmingham now, like, all of your early content, I would have said, started there, right?
Yeah, it was
so all the trolling and the mellas and it started there, right?
Yeah, so all my early like sketches and stuff, they would be with my mates from uni.
Yeah, I remember seeing those videos. Yeah. I feel like I connected with those because I feel like at that time the creators were doing that thing with their friends and just having like mad banter with their friends, and it was like very authentic in that respect.
Yeah, like you can't beat authenticity, man, like in that sense where you have like a good group of lads and you just like bouncing off ideas and be like, you know what, I'll be bare jokes, yeah, let me put a mustache on and that, yeah, and then I'm gonna put this dog chain around your neck and then you're gonna be my wife, yeah, and then I'm gonna say like we actually created a sketch like that.
Oh, you did that as well?
Yeah,
I mean, you wouldn't pluck that out of your head.
It was like oh, you know, there was that whole trend in like 2018 of girls wearing chokers.
Yeah, so
it was like this uncle character, and I was like, oh, it'll be hilarious if I get a dog chain, and I'm like, oh, there, lagi ami so garanti, and then I put it around my boy's neck and that, and then
that's actually quite funny,
bro. It was hilarious, man, and we were just really having fun, and then obviously, you know, things move on. A lot of my boys, they weren't actually from Birmingham. They moved to Birmingham for uni. They went back to where they are from, and they got jobs, and you know, some of them moved out of town for those jobs.
Got real jobs is what you're saying.
Yeah, man, and shit got real for them, and I was there like, oh shit, like so much of my content was with these guys, and I was like trying to figure out how to evolve as well.
So like at that point, did you think, oh, like I might as well give it up as well?
I would say like I've had moments in my creative journey where I felt like giving up, but it wasn't because of that. For me, it was like, okay, I know the main person on my channel is me, and I know like I enjoy making content. I love making videos. So how do I do that without my boys? And for me, it was a point of self-discovery, really. Also branching out, finding other people I could collaborate with, like for example, drama setters. Joynal, he was like basically part of a dance group and he wanted to do something more halal, and he was like doing prank calls on Instagram.
Sorry, he wanted to do something more halal, so he joined you.
I mean, come on, bro.
You know, that's trolling people on a sandwich thing, and then. All right, let's go back to this now, because now you're talking about halal content, yeah? I know Ramadan's coming up and that, yeah. But don't try that with me right now, because I've known you for a long time.
He was dancing to music, and in his head, he was justifying it as like, you know what, yeah, this is a bit of a, more of a, like, halal thing to do, like just prank calling people, having bants and that.
Yeah.
So,
the prank calls were funny, though.
I
remember them, man. I remember
so many people,
voices and stuff.
Yeah, so many people, like, to this day, remember me specifically for the prank calls.
I still see it on TikTok and stuff sometimes.
Yeah,
random people are posting.
Yeah, random people are making pee off me, bro.
Yeah, so talking about that, like when you was doing YouTube stuff, did you think you was gonna make money off that?
Nah.
Do you
I don't know if you remember. Like, do you remember when I showed you my YouTube revenue?
Of course, I will never forget that, because it made me think, what the hell am I even doing in life? Trying to even, because I remember you was banging bare views.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing like $30 or $25.
Yeah.
And this was like the peak times when you was doing the sandwich stuff and like.
Yeah, this was when I was at like around 10k or 20k subs. And
that's a lot of subs, bro.
Yeah.
And man's there getting $25 off the amount of views you was getting.
Yeah, a month, by the way.
Yeah, a month. $25. But that's taking the piss, bro.
Yeah, I know. In my head, I was like, I'm sure it will go up at some point. I've always been an optimist, but at the same time, I was like thinking, I didn't know, man, like when I would have like a breakthrough with it. All I knew was I really, really have so much creativity to put out, and the ideas just kept coming, and it was almost like an itch. Like if I wasn't releasing these videos and everything, like it was almost like I was gonna go a bit mad, bro. I'll be real, like, because for me at that time I was working a graduate job, and that was so corporate and mundane, and I had like sound colleagues, but the actual job itself was like eating me up, bro. And for me, I was getting
How was it eating you up?
Like the early starts, like I would have to be there for 7:30. It was in the automotive industry, so the factory runs like 24 hours. My shift would be 7:30 to about 4:30. There was mad roadworks at that time as well on the motorway that I would have to go on to get to work. So add like another 1.5 hours on each side. And then by the time I get home, all I want to do is just edit. And the way I would have my system was I get through Monday to Friday. Saturday, I would film. And then try to start editing on Sunday. If not, then if I need to film more, I'd film more on Sunday. And then throughout the week, every 2 weeks, I would try and pump out a video. But I was just getting like... I always feel like I had to suppress my creativity because obviously... the media industry as a whole is like proper looked down upon by our community. I'm sure you've had this as well, as a DJ.
Of course. Like, but even like now doing podcast and YouTube and whatever I'm trying to do, like even radio presenting, people are like, "What are you doing?" Like, they just don't get it. Yeah, and I don't expect them to get it as well at the same time. And sometimes I think that way, like, what am I actually doing? Because I'm not doing it for the money. I'm 100% not doing all this other creativity stuff for the money. I don't do this for the money because there's not a penny that goes into it.
Oh yeah, so, for real, man.
I mean, if anything, I'm spending money by doing this because I have to get the equipment.
Yeah, he paid me a grand to be here.
But don't say that, President. These next men are going to think that I paid you and didn't pay them. Didn't pay them. And the second thing is...
that everyone knows the payment is in dal.
Do you know what it is? If I could pay people, though, I fully would, though.
That's you know
what? Then I wouldn't have you on the podcast. I'd have a bigger person on here.
There you go. There you go, bruv.
Because you know what Steve Bartlett says? The more you... Oh, yeah, this is going to be great. Tell me a really, like, sad story of your life. Like, something really quickly, like 10 seconds.
Like, when I got circumcised.
Yeah, go on. Tell us quickly about that. Go on. Tell me deeply.
When I was 11 years old, I was circumcised. My parents, they did not consider to get me circumcised when I was little. When I would have no memory of it, they wanted me to remember that shit. They wanted me to come downstairs and see a random guy in a filler tracksuit and know that this man is going to chop my willy. And to do that, they weren't going to take me to a clinic, to a medical professional. No, they got the dining table and they put it in the conservatory. And they got my double mattress and they put it on top. And then the guy looked me straight in the eyes and he said to my dad, "So what are we doing here?" And my dad said, "Just a little bit off the top."
It's okay. I really want to talk to you about something really important right now. And I swear by this product.
What the hell is that?
I don't know if you watch Steve Bartlett's podcast, yeah? But halfway through the podcast is bare deep and he promotes you.
Oh my days. So yeah, funny. I have seen that actually.
It's so funny. It's like I was watching, I think it was Davina McCall. She was talking about her, like she's taking drugs and that at like 12 with her mum and that, yeah? But next minute the guy just starts talking about Hugh.
Them man love Hugh.
I've never had it, but
one of my boys is hooked on it at the moment. I'm just like,
yeah, because you can't be bothered to cook.
Yeah, but I can't. How can you have a drink as a meal, bruv? Bad khawa lage, bro. You gotta have rice. Yeah. Obviously. Domestic pending with my wife.
But yeah,
I can't remember what we were saying now.
No, I do. For the listeners and the viewers of the Moving Famous podcast, I don't know if we even did the introduction, but I don't care. So you had your circumcision when you was 11, didn't it?
Yeah, man. Bruv, sorry, I just sprung that on you out of nowhere.
No, it's cool because you told me about this before. But yeah, that's kind of mad how you had it at 11.
Yeah, man.
So you remember it like it was yesterday?
Oh yeah, man. I remember it vividly.
Did it hurt?
It hurt so much, man. And like I remember the recovery
Did you watch it or did like?
No. I didn't watch it. They basically put a lungi on me, and then they just lifted the lungi and they spread my legs and they rested the lungi on my knees, and then the man just done his thing.
He done his thing.
Yeah, man.
Literally.
And then, bro, when I tell you, like, I was so scared to even look down, and the recovery takes bare long. The longer you leave it. Bro, they done it during the 6-week holidays, and it took at least like 5 weeks. And I go back to school, and my mates are like, "Oh, so what did you get up during the 6-week holiday?" And I'm like, bro, I don't even know how to explain it to them because they're all white, bro. None of them get circumcised.
They're not gonna understand that.
I didn't even have a Jewish kid in my school to confide in.
But that's mad though.
Yeah.
11 years. What the hell did they wait so long for?
I don't know, man.
You never asked this question when you're getting your rice mixed up for you.
Allow it, bro. Allow it.
You never asked the question.
Nah.
It's a bit of an awkward conversation to have now, though, isn't it?
It is, man. And obviously, I don't want to make my parents feel bad in it.
Well,
like they've given me enough trauma in ways that they never intended. It's just you just got to deal with it.
What other generational trauma do you have? So there's something I learned the other day, and I was chatting to Zach about this the other day as well. So you know, like us, we got the belly, the dead. Like,
yeah.
There's a reason we got that. You know that.
Why?
So most Asian bodies, you see that they're like slim, like me. And they got a belly, like me.
What do you call it? Fat. Yeah.
So what do you call it?
Nah, fat as well. Yeah.
Okay, so
fat. So
fat in it, fat. So people got a stomach, a belly. The reason why they're slim, so most Asian people are slim, and got a white big stomach, and it's because of generational trauma. So we're ready for starvation. Our bodies. The reason why we got bellies is because we're ready for starvation.
Are you serious?
Yeah, so our bodies are still recovering from generational trauma because our ancestors were like that. They had bellies. And it makes so much sense because we were starved, weren't we?
Wow.
Our peoples were starved.
Yeah, well, yeah.
So our bodies are ready for starvation. Obviously, we're there munching away, having bare rice and roti and all of that.
Yeah.
What we don't realize is that our bodies are storing it all there because it's afraid of starvation happening again. How mad is that? I thought it was just because people eat too much rice and that.
I seen a video on TikTok the other day of this guy asking like girls, specifically South Asian girls, like, what's their ideal body type, and showing like 3 like as examples, and they all picked the dad bod.
The dad bod, that's in, isn't it?
So, you know what I'm saying? Keep growing it, bro. I don't know literally. You get me, bro?
That's gonna give me loads of fuel to just go do whatever the hell I want.
Fuel, not fuel, yeah?
Not fuel. Fuel to eat or have bare fuel.
Yeah.
There are other food supplements available as well. Let's just put that out there.
Man's doing the BBC thing, guy.
No, you have to, bro. You have to. And you know why? They don't pay for this.
And it.
You can pay Stephen Bartlett to do it though. And he's already got peas.
One thing that I always take inspiration from is like something that Dwayne Johnson. I completely butchered his name. Dwayne Johnston.
The Rock, yeah.
Johnston by The Rock, yeah. He said the most powerful thing you can be in life is yourself, man. And that's the thing you got to put faith in. Because I think, honestly, like as someone that has gone from like 0 to like somewhat being something now, like the journey is long. It's like this, and you can have random moments where you feel like, oh, you know what, like I'm not doing this right, I'm not doing that right. But the reality of it is like out of nowhere, if it's your time, it's your time.
Do you feel like it became your time when you had your TV program?
Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, so I basically quit my job in 2018, and then the circle happened in 2021. I had about I quit my job in 2019, but yeah, I had about like 2 years where, you know,
you was working and doing the
I quit my job. So I was doing full time YouTube, and at that time I was doing all kinds of stuff, really thinking about my branding, like even just getting like the right letterhead for my invoices, and almost like planning for the future and preparing for what's to come without actually being there yet. And really trying to understand like what are my goals, because the curse of like going full time and taking that plunge is, number one, like obviously people think about the finances, put that to one side. Once you have unlimited time on your hands to pursue what your dream is, bro, you don't know what to prioritize first.
You don't know where to start it. It's like going into a sweet shop but they're trying to choose one of the chocolates. Yeah,
like you don't know, am I gonna like go full blast with the sketches, or do I need to link up with my boy to do more prank calls, or do I need to come up with a whole new idea, like this, that, and the other? And I'll be real, like I was going through a really like tough time mentally. I was actually in like quite a dark place because the finances were really rough, and I just felt like I didn't have like a clear direction. But bro, like for whatever reason during the pandemic, I got so spiritual. I got like really, really close to Allah in what I hope I was anyway. And I was praying like regularly, and I was just praying for like a breakthrough, man. And then the circle happened.
So for those that don't know the circle, why don't you tell us a little bit about the circle?
Yeah, so it's basically a reality TV show on Channel 4. It's basically the thing that replaced the Big Brother slot on Channel 4, because
which started again today, isn't it? Or yesterday?
I think so, yeah. Or the celebrity one started.
Is it a celebrity one?
I think it's the celebrity one, yeah.
Fair enough.
But yeah, basically, it's like Big Brother, but instead of you all being in one apartment, you basically are placed in separate apartments, and you can only communicate to each other through a screen. And there's a mini social network called The Circle. So you can basically interact with each other, you can send messages, but the beauty of the program is you can, because the other people can't see you, you can be whoever you want. So for me, I pretended to be my 63-year-old uncle.
Why?
Because honestly, like,
the girls are rating it as well. That's what I don't get.
You know, for me, I could have gone in as myself, but I'm always about like having fun and doing things that are going to be memorable. And I feel like people are gonna, like, inshallah, get to know me and my arc as who I am over time anyway. Like I try to share like my life as much as I can anyway, like through my socials and that. And for me, like, my uncle is genuinely one of the funniest people I know. Okay. And he's like that. Like the way I portrayed him on the show and his responses and that, the reason I was able to get so far in the process and make it to the final was because even though I was pretending to be someone else, that person is a real person that I know, that I've grew up with, that I can imitate because I know him so well.
Yeah.
So I was still keeping it authentic in a sense. But yeah, man, it was so fun.
So when you went on the show, I remember we had a very short conversation where you told me but didn't tell me you was going on the show. Only because I needed you to do something for me, and you was like, yo, hold tight, I'll be back. Basically, that's an hold tight, I'll be back. Yeah.
They took my phone for 4 weeks.
So
I didn't have no mobile phone for 4 weeks, you know that?
Yeah, I remember you saying after you didn't have no phone for time, but
because I think you messaged me, and then literally I was in, because it was all during Corona.
Was it the screening process that I messaged you in?
So I think you messaged me when they basically kept us in isolation because Corona was like big at that time, and we basically all got kept in isolation separately to have like multiple tests to check that we don't have like Corona over a period of a week. And I think you messaged me in that week.
Okay. Yeah. Makes sense. Yeah, because I remember you was like, yeah, I'll be back. So I was like, cool. And then it happened. And I remember someone messaged me because obviously it went, I've never heard of the show before. They had a few seasons of it, right?
Yeah.
And obviously the local guys were like, oh, look, your mate's going to be on there. And I felt like they were throwing shade a little bit. They don't know you. They know that I know you. But and I felt like those Bengali people were throwing shade a little bit on you that you was on there.
Yeah.
And I was a bit like, so what, he's on it? Like, me being me. One, because I know you. But even if I didn't know you, I'd be like, what's... And I know the way these men think. So that's why I was like... Because they said they'd probably say the same shit about me. Yeah. So I was like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, and I've had that at multiple points of my creative journey, man. You know, it's almost like a bandwagon. Do you know what I mean? And people's default, not everyone's, don't get me wrong, I got so many people that show love and everything like that. But so many people's default is to be like, oh dejo, like, look at what he's doing. Do you know what I mean?
Look at this guy's son.
And it, do you know what I'm saying? And it was that case as well. Yeah. I got a lot of hate on Twitter as well.
At the same time?
When it was starting, when I announced it, and there was a bunch of random people like showing like just negative, like hateful energy. And then when the show was going on, and obviously like there was this whole wave of like support and love, and honestly like it was overwhelming. Like we had like me like trended on Twitter multiple nights, like the phrase like "what the bloody" and stuff like that, like trending at number 1 on Twitter one of the days.
Decent.
On the final day.
Make any money on that?
No.
Great story, but yeah.
But on that bandwagon, after that momentum came through, like everyone was showing love.
Yeah, everyone's like, oh, he's actually doing something now.
Man.
Now we deem this to be credible, even though he's doing credible things before.
Yeah.
But they jump, and you know what? Some people are genuinely like first time they're seeing you, so it's cool, and other people will jump on the bandwagon.
Yeah.
So you get there's always good and bad in that, anyways, regardless. But did you ever feel like I felt that was quite a risky show for you personally? Like when I saw that, I was a bit like, bro, how's he gonna? Because for me, it was a bit like you were saying, Big Brother / Love Island-ish.
Yeah.
I thought you're gonna go there, chat to chicks, and it's fully not even that.
I was single when I went on the show.
Yeah.
You know
So
what I mean?
I thought it was that kind of vibe, like as in go there, talk to the girls, try and find the love of your life.
Yeah,
kind
people
of thing.
do like date and become couples on that show
After, but that's not the goal of that show. The goal is to make people like you, isn't it?
Yeah, to make people like you and to win.
Person.
I think it was 100,000. 100 bags.
You fumbled the bag.
I know, bro.
You fumbled the 100 bags. If you got the 100 bags, you fully wouldn't have been here.
Edit.
I wouldn't have known you if you get hit.
Edit. I'd be long gone. No, I'm joking.
I'd expect you to be long gone because if you're there 100 bags, I'd be like,
when you deep it though, like if you did win 100 bags, like that would go straight onto a yard, and then you'd basically be back to doing
podcasts with Smash Bengali.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
probably actually to be in this day and age, 100 racks is nothing.
It's not my, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, not that I've got 100 racks in my pocket, but like
I'd love 100 racks, but
of course.
You know
it's
what I mean?
nothing in this day. Not to duck out and go do your thing. No way.
Yeah,
it's not. Like, did you not have a fear like at that point that like cancel culture and stuff like that? Like, did you not feel that they especially like your own community would like come at you for that?
Oh yeah, 100%. Especially because like on the show, like obviously I was crushing on Manrika.
Oh yeah.
And I was basically like kind of infatuated. Like, imagine I ain't got my phone. I have no like contact with the outside world. These people are my life, and this is a girl that I'm having a genuine like connection and good chat with.
Did you know who she was before you went in there?
No.
So, but you just crushed on her via the text.
Crushed on her via the text and like basically the convos that we were having and stuff. Yeah, man. But
you didn't see a picture or nothing?
No, you can see a picture.
Oh, you saw the picture? Okay.
Yeah.
That's enough. Because I was saying, I thought you was doing the sleeping thing and closing your eyes.
Nah.
And dreaming.
Nah. But yeah, man, I feel like, the same way you might come across someone on your socials and you might just like someone, the look of someone, you have a chat with them on the DMs. It was like that, man. But I kept an open mind to everything on that program, and I'll tell you why, and it's because of what one of the producers said to me. He was like, you know what, Smash, like you are gonna be under so much pressure compared to everyone else. Yeah. And this guy really got it. Like he really understood me well, And he was like, you gotta represent British Bangladeshis. This is probably one of the first times a British Bangladeshi has been on a show like this. You're also Muslim, and that's a community that is in some respects very reserved and judgmental as well, because if you step outside of the fold of certain like things that are black and white, then things can come down on you very quickly, bro. And then the other thing is obviously like you're British, like you're just you're Hashu, like you got to also represent that. And I was like saying to him, and then he was like, but just remember, you as Hashu, you are already all of those things. Like you are Bengali, you are British, you are Muslim. So as long as you be yourself, like those things will naturally come through. So whatever you're feeling, just be authentic, just own it, and just know like people will appreciate you just being you. And for me, it was like a concept that I felt very like, it was just alien to me to think like, oh, I can just be myself, because I'm so used to making YouTube videos and doing all of this stuff where I'm hiding behind a character, or I'm just like, having a laugh and this, that. But I trusted him, and bro, he was like a good producer. Like he
sound like some solid advice right there.
Yeah, man.
I mean, I don't think I could take that advice and use it though, because if I was in your position and he was having a conversation with me, I'd be like, that's what I don't want them to see. You know what I mean? Like, but for you, it works 100%, and that's great to know that you had that kind of backing in that respect, because that is some really solid advice, man. And it shows, because I remember I had my racist white friends. Big up Sophie. And I did this on the last podcast because she was like, "Oh, this guy reminds me of you bears." Yeah, and I was like,
"Put our faces together." Sophie, seriously,
pagan. But, she's like legit like family to me. Yeah, and I was like, listen, just because he's brown doesn't mean that he's the same as me.
Yeah,
and it doesn't mean that all brown people know each other. I do know you, but that wasn't the point that I was trying to make. You know what I mean? And I was like, and I told her that you was covered on the podcast as well. And she was just like, "Oh yeah, I remember saying that to you as well," because it was quite a while ago now. But it's like the random Margarets and that know who you are now since that program.
Yeah, man.
Which is the maddest thing, because it's hard to do that. You know, like for people outside of South Asian culture to understand people like yourselves. And yourselves, people like me. Yeah.
But letting Sophie get into his head, fam. That's exactly what a white person would say. People like yourselves. Yeah, for me, it was like so refreshing to be a Muslim, to be Bengali, to be able to be on a show like that, to show people like there's people from our community that are like able to have a good laugh, that are able to basically be a Muslim, and it's not like something
hurry and makes them like flipping convert to another religion.
Yeah. And it was nice to be able to show like a fresh perspective, man, and just be myself. But I'm really grateful, and like you said, man, like the kind of outreach of that show, I wasn't expecting it to be like that.
I wasn't expecting either, because I know how hard it is as well. Did you was the DMs like mad flooded after that?
I'm married now, bro. I don't know how much I can say, bro. It was mental.
It must have been mental, though.
It was mental, bro.
Any mad requests?
A guy basically a guy, wallahi, this is so like messed up, bro. He wanted to pay me for my socks. Wallahi, mums.
How much?
£50. I told him $1,000. I told him $1,000. Wallahi, mums, I told him $1,000.
You said a bag.
I told him a bag. I told him a bag just to see what happens.
What do you say then?
I can't remember, man. I'll be real. Bro. No, legit, yeah. When I tell you, bro, like my DMs were mad. I mean, like there was no way to keep track of things at that time. Like it was a side of social media that I've never seen or experienced.
Ding, 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 ping, ping, ping.
Yeah, and I was like so distant from it all in some sense as well. Like I would go on, I would just like, you know, treat it as a laugh, and I would, every day the show was on, I was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna watch it with my family and I'm just gonna enjoy it. And then I didn't realize that the show was gonna blow up like that, because season 1 and 2 didn't.
They didn't do bits, but no, but I feel like people like yourself and Manrika and these guys made the show though.
Yeah.
Without you guys, especially you as well, because a lot of people felt like that you should have won it.
Yeah, man.
Like snaked a little bit.
I mean,
you got snakes. And
the whole point of the show is to, in some respects, like strategize and snake each other on this, that, and the other. Yeah, but yeah, like I do get people to this day.
Nice. You shouldn't have been nice. You should have sneaked it. Is that what you're saying?
Me, I don't know, man. You know the way like the voting
bags,
system.
Though.
I know.
Then you're trying to get bags for sock.
But the thing is, like
£500 a sock. You could have got 100 racks.
You know what? Yeah, I said this at the time, and I still stand by it. And I know, like, you might disagree, but this is genuinely how I feel. Yeah, like I would rather walk away with the love of the people and that investment and like that well-wishing like attitude of he should have won it, because that's gonna last the test of time. If I just walked away with 100 bags, people in their heads would have just been like, "Oh, that's the end of the story."
Yeah,
for him.
Is that how you're coping with that? Yeah.
I'm serious, bro. I'm serious. I'm serious.
Sure.
I'm serious.
You keep telling yourself that.
I will.
No, I do believe you that, because I feel like your YouTube content has always been that.
Yeah.
Like that shows in like with everything that you have been wanting to do and everything we've spoke about for the 7 odd years that we've known each other. It's been 7 years? 6 years?
Yeah, 7 years.
For a long
Met
time
you
we've
in
known each other.
2017.
Around that time it would have been, yeah. for the amount of years, I feel like that's always been your goal, is to get
Yeah.
the community on your side. You do shit for them, they do stuff for you. It's like a two-way thing. So yeah, I know, I do 100%. I believe that. No matter how much I troll about it, I do believe that. In your early days in YouTube as well, like similar kind of like topic we were saying before, did you ever have a time where you was like mad, like not DMs in a good way, but also a bad way?
Yeah, man, for sure.
Anyone threaten you or anything like that?
Not threaten, but
I got threatened a couple of times. That's what I'm saying.
Really?
Yeah, man.
For what?
Like, bruv, I had these like, you know, like sometimes I used to do like these uni parties and stuff like that. Yeah. And like that's where I started DJing, like when I was at uni. But I opened up some big artists, you know, like back in them days. They're big people now, but there were nobodies back then, didn't it? Yeah. And so I'd be doing like obviously DJing, opening up for these artists who were like small artists back then. And I'd get like, especially like on Twitter. I'm not big on Twitter or anything like that. To this day, I'm not. And they would DM me saying like stuff like, you know, you're the reason that people are doing bad stuff at uni, like dancing and free mixing and all this and stuff, and blame me for it. Yeah. But my argument is I'm just trying to get some money in it. So it's like, so it's not, I'm not here. I don't care what you lot do. I don't care what you lot do.
Just bro, you know what it is. If you don't want to do
it, don't come. It's like, you know, like no matter how much I argue, I don't feel like anyone's right or wrong in that situation.
Yeah. Bro, you know what it is, yeah? And I think if there's one thing people take away from this podcast, yeah, is we all need to judge each other less, because at the end of the day, we all have to answer for ourselves. You know what I mean? Yeah. You're not going to answer for me, bro. I'm not going to answer for you, bro. Yeah. And, you know, like people that are even, I don't know, man, like the heads of charity organizations, bro, you don't think these people take a salary? You know what I'm saying, bro? They take their salary, bro. There's people that, you know, these mans that sit on like TV, like, raising funds and that, bro, they taking a fee as a presenter and stuff like that. Of course. Like, bro, like how much they get? I don't know, bro.
We need to find that out. You know?
I don't know, but I you know what I'm saying? Like morally, something like that, for example, doesn't sit right with me.
Yeah, because I might need to apply for that. Oh, legit, because they make good money, man. But yeah, no, you're right.
It's like there's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, is there's always light and shade and good and bad in every career and situation. Like you might be causing like people to meet and free mix, but bro, who's to say like you didn't make a couple get together that night and now they have a beautiful relationship and don't
put that on me, bro.
I'm just saying
I'm just putting more things
on
me.
I'm saying, what if they were?
But this is still my job, bro.
Yeah, but I'm saying, imagine like now they're together, now they're married. Yeah, they were doing like a thing in the back of the day, but now Ali and Shagufta are happily married and they pray 5 times a day and they met at your thing, bruv. And they were there like, you know what I'm saying? And you were getting them too.
I do want to get some more bookings after this. So I'm just letting you know that now in advance.
You are a sick DJ. Can I just say?
Do you want to say anything else?
He's got really nice setup.
To this day, I just have to put it out there. I don't think anyone's had babies because of me. How do you know I'm not talk about this no more?
Maybe.
But yeah, moving on swiftly. Yeah, have you ever had like we were saying about DMs and stuff like that, like a time where anyone sent you like a mad hurtful DM that like upset you?
I mean, there's so many like times when there's been stuff and I've maybe invested a bit more time into replying back to the comment or kicking it off, and I'm just like, oh man, you know what? I wish I never responded in the first place, because it gets to a point and you're just like, you look at your day and you think about your day and like what your goals were for the day, like, oh, I'm gonna do this, or even something simple like I'm gonna get my washing done and I'm gonna like, you know, by the way, I do my washing. My mum don't do that. I'm not that much of a mummy's boy. Like, you know, you just got your things to do for the day, and then you realize, bloody like I've literally spent like an hour or an hour and a half like
beefing this guy online and
beefing or being upset about this, and it's completely ruined my mood and something like that. It's shocking how it can just completely make you feel like not doing jack shit for the rest of the day. And then you realize, you know what, that's probably that person's aim, like to actually like be a hurdle or try and like, you know,
has it ever made you want to pack it in?
Yeah, like I would say like there's been times where I've had like certain messages, or like for example there was this one message that I received where someone was just like saying horrible stuff about my house, bro.
Or the way it looked.
Just the way it looked. Like, I'll be real.
What was wrong with it?
Like, my house, like, obviously, it's a family home. It's a home, bro. Do you know what I mean? And
I'm laughing, yeah. I'm saying bears and I'm laughing. I haven't even heard about it yet.
This guy, bro. Fucking... I'm going to shit in your toilet, bro. And leave it there. And cuss your house out. Like,
God, tell me about your beautiful house.
The wallpaper, and someone was just saying, oh, like, look how dirty his house is, or something like that, man. And it really got to me because, obviously, like, that's my home, innit?
Yeah.
And
did you change the wallpaper?
Well, it has changed now, but it wasn't because of that message. Like it changed because like of my in-laws, like my parents being like, oh, you know what, we've got to make the house look nice for them and stuff.
We've got to change these.
Yeah. After years.
So funny. I was that's hilarious. But yeah, I can understand how that, because that's your yard, isn't it? Like you live there. So what do you want next?
Food.
No, we're gonna get food.
Yeah,
I'm
we're gonna
starving,
eat,
bro.
Yeah,
I'm starving already.
You mean like in terms of my career and that?
Career. What are you thinking next?
I will be honest in the sense that obviously I'm really enjoying radio.
Yeah, because you're on Asian Network. What is it? Weekends, isn't it?
Yeah, so I do the breakfast show.
Yeah, how you finding that?
Amazing, man.
New realm for you as well, isn't it?
New realm.
Because I know, obviously, being there as well.
Yeah.
But it's not an easy place to be, man.
Yeah.
It is hard. Like, people think, oh, you just sit there and talk shit.
Yeah.
But it's actually hard to talk shit.
Yeah, man. It's almost like flying a plane, bro.
I wouldn't go that far, bro.
Like, for me it is. As someone that, like, gets overwhelmed very quickly if I have, like, a lot of input. Like, bro, the amount of things.
Did you ruin your psyche? Like, I mean, well, you wouldn't probably, but I did, because I'm a DJ. So obviously, like, we play the music on this side, and then we like choose our own jingles and stuff on this side, don't we? Yeah. And then in the middle we select. So that's all wrong for me on the decks. So I'm trying to treat it as a decks, but it's not. That doesn't exist here.
Oh,
This
this
desk is a whole different thing. So that was the first thing that ruined my psyche. So I was like doing things wrong with that. That was the first thing. And then after that, it was like they have their way of doing things, right? Which is compliant and correct. And then as a DJ, I'm very rough. So I do things that works for me. Yeah. So for example, if you're meant to fade out during an end point of a track, whereas me, I'll do it on the feeling. So like if the crowd's going out, but obviously there's no crowd here, bro. It's on the radio, innit? Okay. So you need to do things that sound good.
It's really helped me build my confidence in the sense that when I was making YouTube videos or even on the circle and this, that, and the other, it's TV, it's edited, it's YouTube videos. You can do retakes. With radio, there's no retake.
No retakes.
And
you fumbled anything?
Oh, so many times.
Tell me something.
Some guy messaged in saying, "Oh, can you shout out my mate Phil McCracken?" And I didn't
classic
Phil McCracken. Like it completely like didn't register.
Like that? Find that clean cut kind of, operational BBC thing like hard.
Yeah, for sure.
I did as well. I definitely found that hard.
I think I
still find it hard because I'm not there yet. But it's definitely a tough thing.
I think like the seriousness of it and like having to do things to time, and there's so many like different messages and things are always changing, and you gotta make sure that you like sound authentic and you are authentic, like saying and doing things like that is sometimes something that you didn't really deep. Like when you took on the role, like you're just like, oh, you know what, like I'm gonna be able to talk about myself or the music, or even if I don't know the song, like I'm sure I'll give it a listen and be able to formulate an opinion. But when it's like those wider things, like for example to sell like tickets to an event and you are like still undecided whether you're going or not because you're trying to figure out like if you can make it work plans wise, like you're obviously like got a wife and family and everything like that, and you got to sell the tickets and make it feel like, yo, I'm there, man. You know what I'm saying? Are you coming? Type of thing.
Is that you trying to say, like, feel better that you didn't turn up to an event? Or something?
No, I did in the end. I did in the end.
But you was worried about not going.
I actually ended up going to the event, even though. So imagine this, yeah. Woke up at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Had the breakfast show.
Yep.
The event is in Bradford.
Yep.
Went from Birmingham to Bradford.
Yep.
Event went on till 11 o'clock.
Yep.
Ate with my boy. Came back to Birmingham at 3 a.m. Then did the breakfast show again at 6 a.m. the next day. And the reason I did that wasn't even because a part of me was like, I want to be at the event and see everyone and this, that, and the other. It was just because when I was doing all those like bits on radio saying like, are you coming to Asian Network Certified, this, that, and the other, are you getting your tickets? I wanted to be real.
Yeah, you wanted to prove it.
And that's it. That's the only reason I went. But I went there and legit, it was sick. You should have come, man.
And I'm breakfast far, man.
For you, yeah, I guess so. Innit?
I remember they were saying to go, and I was just like,
yeah. But yeah, radio for sure.
But
is like next.
I only spoke about it once on radio, so no one needed to know if it was real or not for me. But
radio for sure, and stand up. Really enjoying stand up.
Oh yeah. You're saying you're doing stand up at the time. I feel. Because I've seen you do stand up before. I think we first met at the times when you were doing
god,
stand-up.
You actually have seen me.
I tell you now, them times you was shit.
Yeah.
Like you was shit. It was so dead.
I'll tell you why I was shit, yeah?
God.
Bro, imagine this is back in 2017 and I started making YouTube videos in 2017. When I start getting booked for gigs. Yeah. And people are saying, can you come through and do a stand-up set? And they're expecting me to be like a stand-up comedian. And I'm like, wait, I'm a YouTuber, bruv. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I have zero experience, but you are just expecting me to be like some sick stand-up comedian. And the thing is, like, the jokes and the communities that I write these jokes for, it's difficult to find those crowds. Like, now there's more, but back then there wasn't as many, like, South Asian comedy nights and this, that, and that.
No.
But
even
also,
now, I feel like there's not a lot.
Yeah.
There's a few.
There needs to be more. Yeah. There needs to be more, for sure.
But yeah, sorry, go on, Karen.
Literally, like, I was expected to just be sick, basically, and that's why.
What do we do? We went to we was doing those UD events. Remember those BSOC, PACSOC ones?
Yeah.
And I just remember seeing you there, and I was just like, bruv, I don't get.
What planet is this guy on?
Yeah, no, I didn't understand the jokes, bruv. But I thought, you know what, maybe it's just me in it. Like, I don't really understand them.
I think it was more my delivery, because I'll be honest, some of those jokes are still used to this day, and they bang.
And they still bang now. Yeah. But
so,
do you think that you said it so many times people understand it now?
No. It's definitely the delivery. It actually makes a massive. I think honestly.
Do people train for this stuff though as well?
Yeah,
right?
and I've done courses on stuff now as well.
Have you?
Yeah.
So you're taking it proper seriously now?
Yeah, man, 100%.
But you've done other shows in between that time, like since 2017, anyways.
Yeah,
that you've done that. But
have you seen some of the TikTok shakers and that these days though? They're like, you think you're hard?
No.
You think?
Oh yeah, it does. Yeah,
you're not hard. I'm hard. I'm the real one. If you think you can fight me, meet me in the car park right now.
He's so funny, that kid.
Have you seen the other one where he's like, brother,
yeah, that's a legit one.
What's this, brother?
What about this guy? Bro, that guy is a menace, you know.
We both need Ramadan, bro. We're laughing at these guys.
In Ramadan, he's gonna.
Yeah.
Bro, that's mad though. How that's like legitly he's trying to do like the old school Jesus thing. Seen the miracles he does?
No.
But he does miracles as well. He's not just blessing people, he does miracles.
Wow.
Like people in wheelchairs and that.
Makes them walk on that.
Yeah. Jeez. Like, you know, it's the biggest like gas on road and he's just there doing it. He must be making like bucks.
Do you believe in black magic?
100%.
Really?
Yeah, 100%.
Wow.
Why you don't?
I always try to, obviously, like I said, I'm an optimist. I believe in black magic, but I also believe in the protection of Allah, and I believe that will always supersede any kind of human ability or power or kind of black magic spell or whatever. You know what I mean?
No, it's a very good positive way of thinking about it. Still shits me up though. I ain't taking no risks, bro. Can you teach me a little bit about Ramadan, bro? What do you do like? What makes a good Ramadan? Other than not eating.
I'll be honest, yeah. The first thing I love about Ramadan is being able to just tell everyone to fuck off. And I know that I'm going to be able to spend this month prioritizing my connection, my spirituality with Allah, and just being able to spend time with family. Okay. And knowing that I don't have a mad amount of external commitments. Like, I always take the whole of Ramadan off from radio.
Oh, nice.
Which is really nice.
And they let you do that?
Yeah.
That's sick.
Which is, I'm really grateful for, actually. And then, yeah, man, other than that, just being able to see a lot of my childhood friends. Like I said, like I went to madrasa when I was growing up, so to be able to see them, catch up with them, it's great, man. I really enjoy
it's
it.
Big link up, and obviously,
Yeah, man.
it's
8 rakat gang. No, I'm joking. Man tries to stay for 20.
you ever get buoyed off in the mosque with that stuff?
Oh my god! Literally, this Jummah just gone. Yeah, I was there. Yeah, and you know, Simmer Eats. No. It's like some meal.
Oh yeah, it's meal. It's like a meal prep.
Yeah. So imagine I'm ordering my meal prep on my phone. Yeah, while the khutbah's going on, and
other meal prep.
Yes, and then this guy next to me, he goes, "Brother, astaghfirullah, what are you doing? The khutbah is happening and you are looking at women, brother." And I'm like, what? And then I realized I didn't even clock it, bro. There's like a picture of the guy with his mom in it, like smiling.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I'm ordering food, bro. And he's like, yes, bro, but she isn't your mahram. She is, non-mahram, and you are looking at her. This is astaghfirullah. This is not good, brother. I'm like, bro, I'm ordering food. I repeated it again. I'm like, I'm ordering food, bro. But yeah, man, it's jarring, man.
Is he right or is he wrong?
I don't know, man. Probably right, I guess. But bro, I ain't trying to look at next man's mum. I told you I'm into grannies, isn't it? Yeah, that's it. No, that's it, man. That's it.
But that is. I've had that before. I remember I was working.
Yeah.
And I was had a deadline, and obviously I was just waiting for the prayer to happen in it. But I had to I couldn't wait, so I was doing the thing, and the guy just kind of stuck it on me.
Jeez.
He was like, "You need to be in there listening and stuff like that." I was like, "I'm working." He didn't understand nothing what I was saying.
Yeah.
Talking to Ramadan as well, yeah. You ever broken your fast? Go on, tell us. And tell us what you broke it with.
A hungry hippo.
Hungry hippo?
Yeah, the kinder thing.
What, you wanted it that bad?
I wanted it that bad, bro.
You ever done it by accident?
My mate chucked a chocolate peanut once into my mouth.
Oh, by accident?
Yeah. No. He literally aimed and he was messing. He was like, "Oh, would it be funny if I chuck this into your mouth and you swallow it?" And I was like, "Oh, like that." It was literally like that, bro. School days.
Have you ever seen that thing where the guy's like, it's like, you get those Islamic talk shows and people call up and they say, and he was like, sometimes I broke my fast by having shawarma with extra tahini. And the guy's like, "What? Have I broken? Is my fast broken?" And the guy's like, "What?" It was so funny, man. But more seriously, I shouldn't joke about Ramadan. But what do you... I'm trying to be serious.
I know, you make me laugh when you're trying to be serious.
What do you enjoy most about Ramadan other than seeing your friends and going to the mosque?
I would say the personal growth that you're able to have is a blessing, man, because so many people think like, oh, you know what, like Ramadan, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, bro. Like everything Allah has written for you to do in Ramadan is for you to improve yourself, because really and truly, like Allah doesn't need you, bro. He doesn't need your praise, bro. Allah is most gracious, most merciful. He is the all great. Do you know what I'm saying? So for me, it's so rewarding, because every Ramadan I've been able to have something that I've taken out of it, and I'm it's completely changed me as a person. For example, just to go back 2 years, last year we went to Turkey, me and my wife. We did a deployment, first ever time.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing that.
Yeah, man. Yeah. First ever time I've been been on a deployment with her, and I honestly feel before that our marriage was a certain way. Obviously we got married in August, then we had our whole honeymoon period, and then we were settling in and everything like that. Went to Turkey, bro. When I tell you, we came back and we were so strong, bro, and that's held the test of time. It made our marriage so beautiful. I don't know if it was the blessings we were able to reap from that, or just the actual fact we were out there giving aid, and to be so tight in those really difficult, stressful situations, and just like be in sync with each other, it just completely solidified our marriage, alhamdulillah. My boy is like, he's not like the most spiritual. He even went to Umrah or Hajj even, and he was like, bro, like I didn't
still not feeling it kind of thing.
Yeah, man. And I was like, what, really? And I think, you know what, we all put so much pressure on ourselves sometimes, and I think he put a lot of pressure on himself to go there, feel a certain type of way, come back feeling a certain type of way. But really and truly, man, you know, it is just all about being your best self, and that's it, man. And making sure that you remember that the only thing that isn't written, like your rizq is written, your life and death is written, because your life and death is written, your mum and dad, your parents' life and death is written, how that's going to affect you in your life is also written, because obviously when they're meant to pass is written. But the one thing that isn't written is your connection with Allah and how you choose to write it. That's up to you to write. So everyone's just writing it in their own way, man. And I think, going back to what I was saying before, we need to be less judgmental of each other. You're writing it in your way, I'm writing it in my way. There's muftis out there, there's sheikhs out there that are writing it in their way. And, you know, maybe we all be able to earn a good afterlife, bro. Because, yeah, man, I think that's one thing we can all agree and wish on each
100%. What's the first meal? Well, what would you like the first meal to be?
For Ramadan?
Breaking fast. The first day.
Ooh.
The first day and the last day. Because I feel like the first day and the last day is always different.
I can't lie. I don't know if it will be possible, but my mother-in-law makes these little like bread and like cheese and chicken like pockets.
Okay.
And bro, I'm telling you, they are like lengness overload, bro.
Yeah.
It's like,
Okay. Bread, cheese, and thing. That's the first one, yeah?
Yeah, that's
the last one.
The last one, I gotta end it on an emotional thing, man. My mom's kisuri, her sana, her dalil bora, one last time, because I know, you know what,
you don't ain't gonna have it.
Yeah.
And you know what, I feel like everyone starts on the big one first, and like the most like non like Islamic or Muslim related food, and just indulges in it, and then when it gets to the end, they goes for the most healthiest like option, or the most humble option. Because you get humbled by the time the end of the month, right?
Yeah, man. Definitely.
You reflect life differently.
Yeah.
I feel like I reflect life a little differently, and I wish that stays, and I hope, and it hasn't before, but I hope that stays on a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Or if not forever.
Yeah, for sure, man.
It's definitely something, it's a great time for self-reflection.
Yeah.
On top of what you were saying.
Yeah, and a great time to really push yourself to do good deeds. Doesn't have to be like even charity, but charity is great, but first and foremost, you should always be trying to do good deeds to your family, your parents, those around you,
and
random
it could be
people.
Little things like, you know, not raising your voice to your margin, that. I mean, and getting your own food.
Yeah.
For both of us, by the way.
Yeah. And your own water.
Exactly. So, I know that the little things go a long way, man.
Yeah, they do, man.
Before we end the podcast, Hashu, tell us something that we don't know about, the listeners and the viewers might know about. It might be a person that you've seen, like a creative that we like that is unknown underground. It might be a book, a show that you've watched. Tell us something that we need to know about.
Ooh,
have a think about this. You got time?
I would say my brother Trouble.
Okay.
If you haven't come across his music, he's a Sylheti singer, and he makes a lot of like heartbreak songs, but
just how they like it.
Yeah, and I think like he's bringing something to the scene that is so absent, in the sense that, you know, Sylheti is kind of seen as a language that's
a joke kind of thing, like they love jokes and comedies and stuff like that.
And obviously like massive respect to Ixi. He's been able to, you know, put out some amazing Sylheti tunes, but I feel like Trouble uses Sylheti in a way where he's always like singing love songs. And he makes you realize, you know what, like Sylheti is a flex, man, and it can be used to chirps the girl. So
can it?
Yeah, why not, bro?
Tell us how then.
Tumi Amar Kholizar Tukra. You are my liver.
Is that what you said? My liver?
Kholizar Tukra, yeah.
I thought that was...
That's a saying, you know, in Sylheti.
Is it? You're my liver?
You're my Kholizar Tukra.
Is that how much they value the liver? Is that where all the romance comes from? The liver, not the heart?
I got Sylheti bars, you know.
Go on.
Alright, are you ready, yeah?
Well, are we talking about chirps in bars or...
Yeah, chirps in bars.
Oh, go on. Don't look at me while you're saying it. Look at the camera.
Alright. Amitai re hoilam ze huna marbo tu oiza harona marla khanza maifawa to lagi shohozna deja mizela khan rahmu loki furito re dachmu artor abbarloke ami fortik din alda marmu.
Bruv, you know when you're doing this...
I'm gonna... Your dad. You know what I'm saying? Because he's better looking than you. And he looks younger. You said that, remember? That's why I
I know,
wrote
but
those
you just
bars.
went on a mad one, bro.
This is why I don't do music.
Why is that? You talk about people's dads?
Yeah.
This has been a very nice round two.
It really has. It really has.
This is going to come out really soon. So it's very today. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what you got coming up as well, Hashu.
Thanks, man.
I feel like you've really molded into who you are, know who you are, and we're very proud of you. I hope you know that as well.
Love.
Just don't forget me when you make it. And if you do make 100 bags on one of the shows,
come share it. Come share it. We'll buy all the dial and then spill it all over ourselves.
Exactly, say that. No, you're taking me to Mayfair when you got the 100.
Come on, bro. You're taking me to Mayfair, bro.
Why? I don't make 100 bags.
You will, inshallah. Why not?
Where does everyone find you on socials, bro?
You can find me on every social media platform that exists under the alias Smash Bengali.
Lovely. And what's this podcast called?
It's the Moving Famous podcast. And I just want to say, if I can just take a moment to say, this podcast is run by people that are genuinely passionate about having conversations that aren't being had. Kai is so great in the sense that he gives so much space and such a nice welcoming environment for people to come on. So if there is anyone watching this, any people that would like to come on, contact DJ Kai. And also please support this. I know it's so cliche to say, but please share, please like, please subscribe, please comment down below what you thought of the podcast, who you would like to see on it, because at the end of the day, you are the driving force, not us, in this becoming something that can really be of value to people. And the more people hear about it, the more it can grow.
Yeah, 100%. And that's exactly what he said. And
that's exactly what he said. What does that mean, bro? That's exactly what he said. Yeah, that is what I said. So what? English bullying is there.
Sorry, it's after all those bars you were saying. But going back to what I was saying. Yeah, exactly what he said.
Yeah, that's better.
You can find us on YouTube at Moving Famous, Instagram at Moving Famous, Spotify, Acast, all of those social media platforms as well at Moving Famous.
And Spotify?
Yeah.
Sick.
The podcast can go everywhere, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, and like I said, the podcast gets bigger when you make it bigger. And how do you do that?
By making sure you press the thumbs down.
Like, comment, and subscribe. At the same time. I'm sure the thumbs down.
Use reverse psychology. No, don't subscribe, man. What are you doing here, man?
Yeah, I don't care if you subscribe.
Yeah, it. Get out of here, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Podcast over.
That's it. Peace.
Bro, amazing conversation, man.